See. All right, guys. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. As everybody say now when you walk into a brick and mortar store, welcome in. All right. If you're watching, let me know. I'd love to say hi to you. Wednesdays here in the Crafty Casita, Paper Crafty Fun. I am here live on Wednesdays at 10. I also do a fun fold video that gets put on YouTube on Wednesdays, and then if you have subscribed to my email list, that automatically gets sent to you in your email. So in the description, I don't know if that's plural, there is a link so that you can join my email list. Good morning, Mom. Thank you so much for letting me know about the sound. It's always technology, always interesting. Good morning, Yolanda. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see. Today's card is I think it's really cool. Sometimes projects just hit you kind of like a wow. And I don't know if it's the paper we're using today that I just happen to love or what, but sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. I like all my projects that I show you guys, but sometimes there's just like the step above, right? Okay, so today we are going to be using one of the new suites. I used it in my Fun Fold video last week, but well, I can show you that card. So let's go ahead and make the table camera bigger. And let's see. Good morning, Lola. I'm so happy you're here. It's so funny. All three of you have the same timestamp on it, but they popped up differently. That's really weird. Like I said, tech stuff. It's fun. Okay. So let's go ahead and make the, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I figured out how to do this like that. There you go. Okay. And my shirt kind of matches the, some of the paper. Did I wear this shirt on purpose? I don't know. Okay. So if you have just stumbled across this video, this is how you can find me on all the socials, Facebook, YouTube, kind of on Instagram. And I think that's it. I don't know. There is okay, so this is the card that we're going to be making today. Okay. So there's stamping on the inside. There's a lot of stamping on the inside. Not a lot of stamping on the outside. But hey, this place is all about paper crafting fun. And so that's what we're going to do today. This is the card that we did last week on the fun fold. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll put a link to it in the description or maybe at the end of this video. No, in the description. I have to think about my different videos. But let's see. Lola says that she got the new POM, which means product of the month this morning, and that it's awesome. Mine is on its way. Pretty sure it's on its way. I have a package on the way. I think I ordered. Oh, interesting. I have had my 2 cups of coffee today too, guys, so this should be fun. I'm so sidetracked by different things. But so that's the card we made last time. This is the card we're going to make this time. It's an anniversary card, and I actually need an anniversary card for a couple friend that is having an anniversary soon. But let's just get started, shall we? Okay, I'm going to show you this paper, and to get it cut to where you want it, like all this paper has, the majority of this paper on one side has like a sunset, right? And so it's kind of like, where do you want the sun to be in your project. And especially if you're going to put the sailboat on it, right? Like you don't want your son to have the sailboat sitting on top of it. Like, no, that's not, well, maybe you do, but I didn't. So I'm saying all that to say I have lots of strips of paper. And so I was just thinking today, I need to find a project with all these strips of paper here. And I think I know what I'm going to do with them. But so watch out for that. Maybe next week's video will deal with all those strips of paper, because I've cut a few of these papers and it wasn't exactly the cut that I wanted. So it's been fun. I love cutting paper, so it's always a good time. But let's see, a couple of things here. We're using Night of Navy as our card base, and then we're using Secret Sea to cut out the sailboat. And when you look at Secret Sea, you go, oh, it's so close to Night of Navy, until you put it right next to Night of Navy. And then it basically turns black. Or Night of Navy, when you have Secret Sea next to Night of Navy, it looks really, really blue. But if you don't have it next to Secret Sea, it looks a lot darker. It's crazy the way colors work and the way our eyes see things. But okay, so we have a card base. That is our traditional card base, right? 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And so we're going to get that guy like this. Okay, so Lola says she got the new product of the month. The new product of the month is vellum, and it's some kind of berry, but it's very floral. I've seen it in pictures. And I can't wait to see, Lola, what you come up with. Okay, now we have designer series paper. This is going to be the purplish side. Okay, it's kind of like purpley, and it's got like some white through it. So I guess it's like ocean bubbles. So this guy is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, we're going to put that on. And then I have another piece. Oh, I don't have another piece. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my trimmer out. I have another piece of cardstock that is Secret Sea, and it is 3 1/4 by 5. And we're gonna put this guy down, but I need to get my trimmer out because I didn't cut this piece. Because I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna cut this out first. We're gonna cut the sailboat scene out first, and then see where I want it to be placed. It's going to go this way. With like the sunset. Okay, so this square it's 3 by 3 1/4. And we're going to get out the die. Here we are. At the very bottom of my basket. Very, very bottom. Okay, so this die cuts out this seed. Oops, this seed right here. Okay, so the sailboat and the circle. And then we're going to cut out these birds, the seagulls, and we could do that using this paper right here, because this whole thing is going to come out, right? Like this whole thing right here comes out. So we could use that paper. So let's go ahead and do that. Also for the card, we're going to take some designer series paper, right? Those strips and the net. Okay, we're going to use that to cut out some of this. But what I think I want to do is let's get another piece of paper, another strip. This one. I like that one. We'll use this and we'll put adhesive on the back of it so that it becomes a sticker, because it's going to be way easier to attach it if it has that adhesive on it. And I have a piece that would fit right there. Look at that. It's like it was meant to be. Okay, so this is just a scrap of the adhesive sheet, and I am going to cut it just a smidge shorter than the piece that I want covered. And then you peel this off, one side off, right? And let's see, attach it like so. And it's really, really sticky. And so we're gonna take some of that stick off. Okay, now this part right here, it's just a sticker, right? And so we're gonna take the net and cut it out of this. And then I think we might do the shells. You guys see those? So it's one die, but it cuts out 3 shells. Let's see, Yolanda said beautiful paper. It's gorgeous, right? And I think we're going to do the shells out of these because what a stark contrast, because these shells are going to sit on top of the net. Okay. So this I don't need. This I need. Okay. Let's bring the machine in and we'll do that. Quick. And by quick, I mean, it's all relative, right? We're not fussy cutting this stuff, so it's relatively quick. Okay. There's that. We're going to add this guy over here, like so. Kind of want the darkest part of this paper down here. There's a small shell that I want cut out of it. Okay, there we go. Let's see. And we'll pull these guys out like so. Now, this whole square, this whole 3 by 3 1/4, we're going to use on the front of our card. Okay. So some of these get popped out, but the water down here, right, there we go. So this is going to go on the front of our card. And so all of this is trash except for the seagulls. I think they're seagulls. I don't know. I'm assuming they're seagulls because they're flying in the middle of the ocean with this boat. And I've watched Deadliest Catch. And on Deadliest Catch, right, they're the crabbers that are up in Alaska. And they're out in the middle of nowhere. And there's always seagulls flying around their boat. Okay. So there's that. Okay, try not to lose my stuff here. Okay. And then we've got our shells. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous for a shell? I think so. It's just pretty like when you go to SeaWorld and you could touch the starfish. When the kid was little, we could get it for free. When the kid was little, they had a program where military could get it for free. I don't know if they still have that. But And we used to go all the time. And by all the time, I mean like, I don't know, twice a year. All right, so we're just getting rid of these bits and pieces, right? And then we're going to pop this whole net out. And look at how pretty that is. And that's just leftover designer series paper, right? So don't forget to use your bits and pieces for your die cuts. Let's see, Lola says, seagulls go where there's a possibility of food. That is true. I mean, have you ever not seen a seagull with a French fry in its mouth? All right, so there's that guy. We'll put this right in the basket for now. All right, so let's start assembling this card. Let's see. So I know that I want the boat, right? We're gonna trim this designer series paper, right? It's not gonna be this long, but I just wanted to know, like, I think I'm gonna trim probably a 1/2 inch off of both sides to get it where I want it, because then that way you have the sunset here and the boat's kind of like it's not covering it up, it's not hiding it, right? Okay, so I think it's not quite a 1/2 inch. It is 1/2 inch on this side. So let's get the trimmer out and do that. I mean, seriously, the amount of math that I use in the crafting casita is really surprising. I think people would be amazed how much math happens. And by math, I mean fractions for measurement. All right, so there's this. And then, let's see, it's about, yeah, we'll go another 1/2 inch. We'll live large here. What's the worst thing that could happen? It's only paper, right? It's only paper. And it's still too long. So we're going to have to not use math and just start trimming 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch until I am happy with it. There we go. That's what I needed. Okay. So let's attach this guy. Like so. And then we'll attach the sailboat. Now to attach the sailboat, I am going to put it on the front of the card because I also want, in my sample card, I didn't use all of the net. I cut it. And I think I'll probably do that again. But, yeah, I am. Let's see. We're just going to cut it like this. Let's see. It's probably going to go like this. And so to attach this guy, to attach the sailboat, I use liquid glue. I use the green bottle Tombow. I'm double checking that I got all the things that are supposed to punch out, and they are. These are just detail lines here. Let's see if you guys can see that down here on the sailboat part, right? So I'm using liquid glue. You guys all know I get a little crazy with it. Like that. Should stick with the dots. Okay. Let's see. I think that's good. the good thing about liquid glue, even if you do get a little, um, even if you do get a little crazy, it dries clear. So we're going to flip this over. Still not attached, so I'm not going to attach it on the card because I don't want any glue squirting out on the card. But all right, so there's this guy. Now let's put this on the card. Not much faster and cleaner with seal. We'll put this like so. Let's see. Yolanda said the net became pretty. It's pretty, right? My guess is that and it's pretty, and with the it's not self-adhesive, but with the adhesive sheet, it becomes a sticker, and so you don't have to do the little tiny dots with the liquid glue. This whole thing is a sticker. So we're going to put it down like so. And then we're going to add our shells like so, just kind of randomly. Ooh, so pretty. And this paper has a little bit of shine to it. If you get that white right there is shiny. Now, I am going to use liquid glue because we're dealing with little tiny pieces. And I even used tweezers to attach these guys, or to pick them up. We'll see. I do have tweezers here. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, you know what? We're going to do this. So let's put these around like so, because I have to stamp our sentiment for the front of the card. With that shine, it is so pretty. All right, we're going to flip it this way. Yeah. All right, there's that. Now, we are going to stamp a sentiment. So with the stamp set, you get like happy retirement, happy anniversary, which today's Funfold card is going to be a retirement card. Why? Because I need a retirement card. But they're great. They're just simple, like happy anniversary for the front, or whichever way, right? There's no right or wrong way where you do the sentiment. And then, so for the anniversary on the inside, we're going to do wishing you a lifetime of joy. But let's stay on the front of the card here. Let's see. Lola says, tweezers make things so much easier for the small pieces. It does. It really, really, they do. My tweezers that I have on my desk that's back there, I got it at a 100 yen shop in Japan, and they are amazing. All right. Good morning, Kathy. I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for stopping by. All right. So happy anniversary. Oops. And we're going to pop this guy up for the front of the card. We're going to use some minis if I have them. Oops. Or we'll use the edges. Don't forget to use the edges of your dimensionals. I can't imagine that you wouldn't use them. All right, we're going to pop this up. Oh, I forgot the birds. We're going to do the birds too. All right. There's this guy. And then for the birds, we're going back to the green glue. Why did I put it away? I don't know. I think this guy, yeah, there we go. My sample card, I only did 2 because I felt like that's all. I didn't want to cover up the sun. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. These guys are so, ooh, so tiny. Just a little dab will do ya. Okay, let's see. This is the biggest guy. So I think they're gonna go like this. I think we're only gonna do 2. Oh, we might do another one on this other side behind the boat. I don't know. All right, let's see. Do this one here. Yeah, we'll probably do this guy behind the boat. And I'm actually going to do this in my hand, I think. Ugh, that wasn't smart. Let's see. There we go. And I don't really know which way this guy's supposed to go. I think it's supposed to go this way. I don't know. There we go. And I have bling. I pulled out some just bling. It's retired. But I thought it went well with this paper. And I'm looking for my pick a tool that was not in my cup. But let's just put some bling in the net. Right? And then maybe up here. There we go. So there's that. Now, the inside is where we do a lot of stamping. So let's get that. This is our like our sticky note that we're going to use for the sun, because we're going to, in the stamp set, there's water. Of course there's water, right? We've got sailboats, we've Scenic Coast, but we have 2 different water stamps. And so there's this guy and this guy, which is smaller. I'm going to take Balmy Blue, and what I'm doing is just going to create like the horizon line on in the inside of the card. So we're going to tap, tap, tap. And I think my sample card by Horizon Light is a little crooked. So let's use the grid paper to help us out. It's what it's here for, right? So there's that guy. Okay, we're going to this line. And then we're going to extend it over here. But I'm going to flip it, because it kind of like, it doesn't match up exactly, but they kind of like fit. Kind of like a puzzle piece that you think is in the right spot, but maybe it's not in the right spot. It just feels like it's in the right spot. Like that. Okay? And then I'm going to take the smaller water and create some dimension, some depth, right? Like it already has, like you just know that the sunbeams, I don't know what creates this like reflection. That's what I was looking for, reflection. Okay, so I'm over here like, how did I do this? So this guy kind of loosely fits in there. But then I flipped this guy around, so this one's just going to be kind of random over here, like that. Maybe we might do this over here. Let's flip it around. like that. Okay, so that's our water on the inside of the card, but we're not done yet. Let's see. Yolanda said, I love that color ink. The Bobby Blue. Bobby Blue is gorgeous. It's a really good, I would say baby blue, um, but it's, I don't know, it's my color blue too. But then I like all colors of blue. Okay, so now we're going to do the sunset. So to do that, I'm going to ink up the sun. We have a circle stamp. You guys can see that right there. We're going to ink it up using crushed curry. But as you can tell by my piece of paper, what we're going to do, I'm going to stick it on the horizon line. And that way we only get half of the sun. So it's like the sun is, whether it's coming up or coming down, I guess that would be up to you. Okay. Like so. And then you pull the Post-it note off and look, you have your sun set. Let's see, Yolanda said Balmy Blue is very versatile. It is versatile. Like I say, it's a good baby blue. It is a good baby blue, but it's, oh, that the very, very first product of the month paper that was Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. Like, you guys always know that I talk about, I could like wallpaper my bathroom with some of this paper. I would do that. I would, or at least frame it, right? It was so pretty. Okay, so we need the greeting on the inside, and we're going to use Secret C for that. The wishing you a lifetime of joy. Now, I'm going to put this at an angle because I just kind of liked it at an angle. You could put it straight, but I just kind of liked it. Doing something a little different. And we're going to pull it straight up. Okay. So let's put this on the inside of our card. Let's see. Yolanda says she agrees with Lola. It's very versatile. Yeah, it is, huh? All right. So there is the inside of our card. Here is our card for today, the front of it. I just think it's gorgeous. I mean, it's a lot. I'm going to say it's a lot of work, right? It's not just like designer series paper on the front of a card, but the designer series paper is doing an amazing job, right? It's doing its job. It's kind of telling a story, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Lola said, never thought of doing the inside message at an angle. Very nice. Thank you. Oh, look, the sample card, I put a strip of paper, which, just carries this over even more, right? It's a strip from this designer series paper. So there's that right there. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys all so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully this card inspires you to have paper crafting fun today, to get stamping. Even if you don't have this product, you can, maybe the layers inspire you. Maybe you want to go out and buy the suite. Who knows? Whatever. As long as you're having paper crafting fun. I don't know. That's awesome. So I will be here next Wednesday, and I'm going to stop talking for a little bit, and then I will do my fun fold video. Well, thank you, Mom. Celeste said, great card, actually caught you live. Yay, I'm so happy you're here, Celeste. Thank you. I will have the fun fold video that is going to your email later today. I hope you guys all have a little bit of time for some paper crafting fun, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.